Why does this thing not work? How's it, guys? Okay, it seems like my camera is giving a bit of issues here. What's going on? There we go. Okay. How's it, guys, and welcome. So we're gonna be doing some exciting stuff today. See this image right? Oh, wait, it's that side. This image that we have here. So this is part of a project that I'm busy with, and we're gonna create these 3 rings. We're gonna create scenery for all 3 of them, and it's gonna be something more or less. I want to show you guys the reference because it's actually gonna be pretty cool. So we're gonna be making a scenery somehow to match this, and yeah, we're gonna try our best. And also exciting, Keyshot just dropped a new update, 2024.3, which I've installed and all that, and we're gonna be trying that out for the first time as well. I installed it this morning. I haven't played around with it yet, so we're gonna test that out for the same time. And apparently there's much better render times when using physical lights, as well as there's been a complete new addition to the denoising and how it works, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, we're gonna be checking that out. How's it, Chow Chow? So yeah, without any further ado, let's jump into Keyshot here. I'm gonna be turning off my camera though, because once we get into GPU mode, the scene is gonna be heavily intensive. Once I hop into GPU mode, I'm just gonna sit and do the robot here. So for now, I'm gonna be doing this. All right, so let's just open this up. I'll show you guys now. This is actually the scenery I've built. I post this. This is actually on my Instagram story. The scene you're gonna see now, or the ring you're gonna see now, is from my Instagram story that I created the scene that I'm done live. You guys are gonna see that here now. I just need to keep this thing back up. So I'm probably gonna have to get used to some of the new stuff. I know they overhauled the move tool in Keyshot as well. I haven't played around with it yet. Oh wait, this is the other view. But essentially what you guys saw on my Instagram before you joined would have been this render right here. So it's not exactly like you saw it on Instagram. This is of course the raw render. After that, I've pushed it over to Photoshop and tweaked a little few settings and stuff, but yeah, that's essentially it. And the thing you saw here is actually from the exact same scenery, except I've made a bit of changes to the scenery. So you would see that was something like this, but I made some few lighting changes to the scenery. So we got a spotlight here now when we used to have this. No, not a plane. I don't think it was this one. I can't remember, but in any case, we changed the scenery up a bit. But in any case, that's not to worry, because what we're actually going to be doing is getting or rendering this ring. We'll actually just, yeah, we'll just use these 2, yeah, and then we'll go ahead and create a new model set from it, or stylized scene. And then yeah, we're gonna play around with some stuff. We're going to redo the background as well, and I just want to do this because we're gonna get rid of the backdrop here just for the time being, and that is not what I want. this is what we're going to be using these two here. We'll just use this one to start with. But essentially we're going to be redoing the backdrop and everything so we get more something like this. So I'm going to just start by bringing in a ground plane. Scale this ground plane down. Oh goodness. Okay. Try this. Have it. Move it. Scale it. Oh, that's convenient. Okay. So they've made it so that you can now scale it using shortcut keys, which is pretty awesome. Where is my dog going? Ah, Bjorn, come on. Go down if you want to bark. Sorry about that. Alright, so let me just put basic finish on here. Just give me a second. Alright. That. And then, yeah, basically we're gonna wanna get rid of that. And then I actually want to get rid of the entire default scene. We'll put everything needed for this scene into one plane. So first and foremost, we're kind of going for, well, it's going to be a darker material, something like this, because we're going to have a light there. And I want to drag in another plane. And just rotate this thing degrees. Alright, perfect. So let's scale this in the x-axis. But in the y-axis, I would. Okay, I'm not too sure. I still need to get used to these controls. But pretty cool that they updated the controls. I would just love for this thing. Scale this up more. We're gonna be zoomed out to probably about there. Something like that. Let's just copy these materials to get. I need to get the, I need to move over to Streamlabs or something so I can actually monitor the chat from my phone. Because now I need to get I'm moving something exciting that's happening as well soon. Setting up studio. And I'm moving on the 14th of December, and we're basically going to create a studio. And also getting my first full-time employee as well, which is also super exciting. Because yeah, it's just been, work's been crazy lately, and I can barely keep up with the demand anymore. So we're just gonna do that like this. I think that should be more or less give us that effect. Duplicate this. Just put it up here. I think these are gonna have to be, hold up, before I duplicate this. Let's just make this a bit wider. I think it's gonna have to be a bit wider. Duplicate this. here, I think. Yeah. I think that should be good. Good place to start. We want to obviously look down at it a bit. See, yeah, something more like this. Okay, stylized camera 1, right? And then yeah. Tell me, would you guys watch like almost like a video series of what do you call it? Of me putting up my studio? Like, would you guys want to see the progression of how it looks, and then as we progress and build it? Is that something you'd watch or want to see? Okay, not. Come in. All right. So we want to start by dragging in another disk here. Right, how do I move this thing? Okay. Just gonna do this in the geometry here. I wonder if this is gonna work what I'm trying to do here. Kind of like I need to be bigger. I know you guys can't really see what I'm basically operating here in the geometry view and just kind of setting up this light position. Because this is gonna be our spotlight, right? So you'll immediately see, oh crap, okay, not what I wanted to do. Not at all what I wanted to. I get back to my commercial. Boom. So that is more or less what we want, right? Maybe a little bit more narrow down on here. And a little bit wider. This doesn't. This also have to be wider. Just so we can kind of get that look, you know? I feel like there's a lot of empty space on top though. I'll just bring this image down to like here. Just center it. Alright. Obviously this thing is way too bright. Radius. Soften up this thing a bit. Not too much, just slightly. Oh, that would be a cool animation though. Imagine having the entire room dark and this light just coming in like this. I wonder if you can animate the beam angle. This curve fade, can you? Yeah, you can actually animate the beam angle. That'll be a pretty cool animation actually. We're gonna need a little bit more brightness on this light though. It's a little. Well, you know what? Let's just do watts, not 2000 of it, but let's just do it like a 50 watt. I think that looks pretty good. And then I'm just gonna turn off. Oh, why am I on interior mode? I just want to turn off Caustics for the time being. And then, yeah, I think we need to work on where this ring or how it's going to stand. And I think that I'm gonna do in this geometry view here. I'll just put it like up here so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. I just find it a lot easier adjusting stuff in the geometry view than moving the camera around. And yeah, thinking something like this will look pretty good. Put this on the table. It's touching the ground. Maybe I should just do like a standing up 90, like a standing up kind of vibe. What do you guys reckon? Should be tilted slightly or standing upwards? I don't know. I feel like you don't see enough detail on the ring. Or it should be something like this. Okay. I also feel like the ring is a bit too small. Zoom in the camera a bit. So that I think looks pretty good, just for the time being at least. Because as soon as we're gonna put some depth of field on this as well, it's gonna look. We do like a 50 or yeah. I can already see the differences in the denoise. Because kind of to explain kind of how the new denoising works is, from what I saw, is it'll take textured stuff and you basically have varying levels or varying strengths of denoise on your thing. I'm getting a lot of fireflies though. But you get a varying denoise on textures and stuff. The denoise would basically work a bit different than like on a smooth surface, which is awesome that they brought that in. It's probably one of the most, ever since I've used Keyshot, it's probably been one of the most helpful updates that they've brought out for jewelry. Even though this might not have been aimed towards jewelry, it definitely helps, especially when you're going to be doing texturing, which we're going to do in a short bit, because we have to create this sort of concrete look with divots and all of it. I kind of feel like this wall needs to go a little bit higher. Like that, perhaps. And then there's something else going on here that I want to adjust as well. Like this thing here, I feel like it should be just a little bit angled. Not like this. To kind of give us the same effect that you see in this picture here. Okay. Getting a lot of fireflies. Let's like put this at 2. It'll take a while to smooth it out. Alright, so next thing I want to kind of create like this concrete look here. But first and foremost, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this, so let's just see if there's no concrete. They have a concrete. But I feel like concrete for jewelry might not look as nice. I might actually look more towards doing something like a marble. Let's have a look here. Just want to see, because let's go and have a look at what materials we could use. Polyhaven. I think it's Polyhaven that has the materials. So looking for no, this granite tile. Painted concrete can also look good. Painted concrete can actually also look pretty good. Just keep that one there. But I want to look for a marble. See here, marble. I don't even know if I would go with the marble or just stick to the reference of the like concrete look. I think the concrete look would look pretty nice. This white plaster can also work. Well, let's try the white plaster. Maybe a different technique for the... I think the white plaster will... The ground is... Let's try the white plaster.
What town is this?
I'm just gonna make this a bit bigger so we can see. So this is the displacement. Not too worried about displacement. We're gonna have the color that goes in there, bump in here, affected. Roughness. Let's see. Oh wait.
About 60 miles.
Say maybe like paint. at how this looks so far. Okay, that doesn't look bad, so scale is too much. Obviously we'll have to work a bit on the color, so we'll color pause. Color adjust. Saturation. Contrast will up. That much. You can kind of see how the different denoising is working. I don't know if it's that noticeable, but if you use Keyshot a lot, you kind of already know how the denoise works and stuff. I'd actually make it bigger. Why is it not syncing with everything? Just make this like 300. I don't know why it's not syncing. Bump. I have chromatic aberration. I'd actually end up using. Keep it. And then we just want to do maybe a -1. Triangle size 0.05. Triangles, let's just do like a 12. I don't know if this is good. Terrible or great? Difference. Now let's let go of that. Displacement, I don't think we need that. Thought we're gonna need that. I do want to kind of give the rough, just like a very light color, very slight rough. Almost like a something off about the angle here. I don't know what it is. This angle. Like it's just not there, you know. But let's play around. kind of feel like too far away. Perspective. Kind of. Caustics looking. Perspective still seems. It is, but the perspective doesn't seem right to me. I'm actually looking to color this. Maybe not that blue. Dark blue is. This will go in here. Just stick to gray. Have the blue pop out. Created this, and maybe just put the color balance slightly to. I feel like the wormhole look makes it pop a bit more. A bit more contrasting. This spotlight is catching dead center. Feel like I need to work roughly too much. Let's see. Oh, closest. They got a very lightish there. Alright, some of this stuff we'll have to do in job. Because they were more, a lot more pivots. I think this thing we need to put it like at the minus. this up to 500. I feel like there's just way too many textures. I might actually swap out this texture for something else, like here. Let's maybe try to paint it. Wait, did we do the painted concrete? No, we did the white plastic. Maybe try the painted concrete rather. I feel like there's just too much texture going on here. And it's just not giving me what I'm looking for. Also this, I think like we could make this a slightly, just a ever so slightly bluish light. Maybe even up the intensity to like 75 watts. So I'm gonna try this. We're gonna just create a multi-material, and then use only the active material, and let's try this. White painted concrete texture rather. Displacement, fuse, normal, and then the roughness. Plug in that to diffuse. Plug the roughness. Bump. I'm not gonna use the displace. I don't think so. Have this. Yeah, that's looking a hell of a lot better already. I don't know about you guys, but that's already looking a hell of a lot better. I'm just getting a lot of hot spots here. I wonder, instead of a spotlight, if I were to use an area light. Let's try that out real quick. Link material, let's do an area light. What? Oh hell no, that's way too bright. Alright, and then let's bring that area light closer, because I'm thinking it's way too far away. Not doing exactly what I wanted to do. Kind of annoying. I would have thought sort of like block out some of it. Yeah, no, that's not doing what I wanted to do. So, but so far the scene is coming together. It's getting there. We're not there yet, but it's getting there. So I want to kind of play with the colors here a bit. Just gonna add a color adjust on here. Maybe bring the saturation down on this. Value up the I don't know if we should make this like a bluish color. What about a bluish color, and then we use the roughness map, invert it. Oh, not the the roughness map, invert it and use that to kind of like scrape away the colors. I wonder if that's gonna work. Let's see here real quick. This is gonna work. Let's just add a diffuse. Put the opacity. Put that as a label. And then the color, the number. Kind of just to get some variance, you know. Make this like super white. Brighter than that. Can I go and color adjust on here? Let's put like a 10 here. It's similar. Add like a slight bluish hint to it. Or we can use this blue here. Just decrease the saturation. Just to create some variance. I think that's starting to look pretty good. There's still something with the light here. Like I think perhaps add a very small area light in here. Not gonna be visible to the camera. Let's say area light. Not that it's not visible in reflection. Not gonna. That's not gonna work. It's gonna kind of ruin the scene. The last thing I'm gonna do you can now upload textures onto the camera, the aperture shape. That's cool. It's definitely new though. What are you looking at for samples? Oh my gosh. In what world is this quicker, Keyshot? I might actually just do this and unlink here and just take away the color out, we'll make it white. Just for the sake of the reflections. I don't know if it makes a difference though, let's have a look. Yeah, definitely. This makes like a difference in these. Yeah. Jeez, these samples are low as hell. It is seriously. Let's play a bit around it. Making this thing pop a bit more. I'm gonna leave the white balance just as is, because the rest we can always do in call it Photoshop. Just want to see what happens if I rotate this ring a bit. I kind of want to get rid of the extremely sharp reflections in it from the spotlight. I know the bloom is pretty strong now, like I can bend that down. Oh no, sharpened feature still looks like ass. So, in the depth of field, how strong is the golden ones? Fishing. Have to adjust the spotlight just a bit. just to kind angle though. Creating that bright flash that here it seems okay. It's gonna create a bright. Because can I do amen? I kind of feel like this also needs to be darker. It gives that effect. Just don't like how it looks purple on the backside. It looks blue on the bottom. Not really a fan of that. Just try and tweak the roughness here a bit. Slightly wetter look. Oh, we're at 15 samples a second? This is insane. Why is it so slow? Let's just put 20 on so we keep it even. Keep this at like 100. 50. Stop. You can see how the denoising is working here. Kind of doing its thing. I think this is about as good as we're gonna get without the help of Photoshop. Here's to see how this ring can be small. that's gonna be it. Do I have any reference stuff on? Do actually. Doesn't bump that up slightly. Maybe to like a 1. That's also why I was looking purple. And I think that's about what we're gonna get out of Keyshot. I think it's gonna be worth trying to tweak more settings. I think we might just end up wasting. I think this would look probably how we're gonna do the shot. This. Just not sure about the ring freaking stuff. Like I kind of want to set up another camera like this, and then just keep this ring quickly upright, stylized, upright, boom. It's kind of light it in here. Change up this position. Let's go 90 ground. There angle where we can avoid the bright spots from the spotlight. Let's try this one. Just keep it here. Perhaps something a little bit higher like this. Booms are this. This really not liking the fact that it's making these dark edges around. I also do kind of like it, but I also don't. If that makes sense. Do this. Like, let's see if I pick this. That's actually not a bad. What is it? What I'm thinking. Hey, around. Because what happens if I do that? This line. Extend the shadow a bit. Hey, Google Gaming, how you doing, brother? This is also starting to look good. It's spots that I have a label. Spots. Instead of the white, maybe the black, I think appropriate. These blooms are just throwing me off though. Like, how's this looking with the other ring now? Black might be a bit too black. Go for like a 7% black. I want to try something real quick. So make another material here. Duplicate this. Let's just call this white. I'm gonna make this color. So, being a bit what I want to do. But let's actually make this a white color. Specular. How's about we color this thing? Turning the reflection. Keep this at like 6,000. This is just gonna be an alternate scenery. How I made the spin ring video, you're gonna be a bit more specific than that. I've made a few, brother. Are you talking about the one with the dagger, like wedding band, or talking about the one I did that's like spinning quickly and then goes slowing down? Some nice caustics here though. It's just not enough. I'm gonna try a trick that I learned the other day. It's pretty cool for you guys. Just to get some more, you call it. Let's go ahead and turn this light off. And before I do this, because the other day I did it, I crashed my scenery. Let me just save here real quick. We've stylized. Boom. All right, so let me just let's drag a cylinder in here, right? And then essentially what we're gonna do is going to flip. That's fine for now. Okay. Select this, split separate object surfaces, right? And we're going to split that surface, split that surface. Essentially what we're going to have is 3 different surfaces on. We're going to get rid of that one, and we're going to move this. Essentially what we're doing is we're creating, what the hell was that? Okay, so that's a bug. What the fuck? What's going on? That is super weird. Alright, well, let's then just kind of move it in the perspective view, I guess. What the fuck is going on? Like, this stuff is all messed up. Like, I don't even know what to say to this. I mean, that's just insane. It's like bugging out. All right, so I got an idea. Let's just start from scratch. Not from scratch, but let's just restart the scene. Cause I don't know what that is. But obviously Keyshot didn't like it. Gosh. We still having these crashes? Like, seriously? Got a better idea. Let's just get this thing into position first. Then we worry about removing stuff from it. Essentially what you do is like object surfaces, split surface, apply, This surface, we can get rid of that one. This surface we're actually going to turn into an area light. Right? Just put it at like 20,000. Boom. Is this thing gonna bug out again on me? So there's a bug, it seems, if you're using different surfaces, then it completely just loses its shit. That is super weird, like, I'm only rotating it. That is weird. Here. I don't know why it's doing this though. That is kind of super annoying, to be honest. So let's just move it here. Just give me a sec so I can check what my dog is looking for. So even if you reset the pivot position, it still does that. That is super buggy. I'm guessing it's something to do with the new release, but okay, that's fine. What we'll do is I'll just rotate it here manually. 68. No. Need to go lower. 55. And then we need to increase on the Y here, maybe like 150. Maybe 200. And just take the scale down of this. So essentially what I'm doing here is using an area light cylinder to get, just need to change this angle slightly, get the same effect. But generally why I do this, what do you mean full model reset? Talking about like this? Crap, where is it now? Even the full model reset's not working. But okay, that's fine. Just want to see, is it giving me... Not really giving me much different results than the spotlight, to be honest. Let's make this white. You can even make this plastic, but then you're gonna have a hell of a lot of caustics going on. I would love to know where the faster physical lights is happening in this update, because I'm not seeing it. I mean, we're at 15, 18 samples per second. That's not faster in my book. So let's take that out of reflections. Just increase these samples to like 18. Because now it's only going to be visible in Caustics. And then we kind of want to give it a bluish tint. Just so it looks a little bit more like white light. That might be a bit too much. I think that gets pretty close to something like this. It's just what I'm seeing is this thing here needs to take like that. This. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Even more of a rotation. All right. I think that's about this scene finished. At least for this ring. Kinda got the same stuff going on here now. Still like this camera though. And depth of field focus pay off. What do you talk about to remove what? This is a pretty nice view. Much lower. Something like this. Then the ring looks too big, right? Yeah, we might actually end up this thing bring this back. Oh, and I see now this ring not flat round. Rotate it so slightly. Just bring it down ever so slightly. Ground material. What about the ground material? I want this specular transmission, because if I turn that off, well, I don't know. We still get the nice caustics though. Because the specularity is also going to allow to get a little bit of a reflection, like almost like a wet concrete look. Like if I were to do this, you get so ever so slight. I don't know if you can see that on stream. So ever so slight bluish tint from it is kind of what I want, and I want the caustics thicken as well. But I mean, we're gonna bring in a lot. We're gonna bring this into Photoshop afterwards for some further refinement and everything. So I think it's looking pretty good. We'll probably have to go to like 1,500 samples just to things there. Have a look. Even higher. Around 1,500 samples should be good. I want to check the caustics here as well. $1,500 samples should do it. It looks smooth. Yeah, I think 1,500 samples will do the job. We've got blue, got white. I might just render out both. I could always use just like a color overlay on the white here, but I'm not the guru with Photoshop, so I don't always know how you can get it perfect. But I think, given the reference, this actually looks pretty good. Might just create a little bit more contrast with the background. Alright, so let's do this. Let's add that to background. These all should be, well, they were in, oops, I don't really know more. It's okay. It's let's send this to the render engine. I just want to save this first as well. Topaz ring, concrete, light, boom. Gonna do that in 4K. So in 4K we might only need like 1,000 samples. We won't need that much. And then we'll go to the blue. We'll render out both options and you'll see. Now the PC is on. Send that to the network. Yeah. I think while we wait for this, we'll just bring this over. can turn back my camera on. And yeah, I guess you guys can shoot some questions if you have any questions, and I can see how I can answer you guys. Got any questions on the stuff I made and all of those kind of things, or just questions in general? I know you asked for how I made the round video or the spinning video. Which spinning video did you referring to? I've made a few of them. If I take I've made a couple of them before. If I posted it on here. No, I didn't post it on here. On my TikTok. But are you perhaps referring to dagger? How to set the spin background? It's gonna depend on model, kind of what you want to do with it. Like, are you referring to this one? Because this was just a plain black background set in the photography channel in just an environment, and I just enabled the environment's reflection. So that was basically it. Spin background on the blue one. You talking about this one? So this one was a bit more complicated. What I ended up doing with this one is I put a big cube that surrounded my entire model, and I gave it a volume map, right? So essentially I created like this misty environment, and I had a single spotlight from the top that was colored blue, and that kind of makes the blue through the clouds as well. And the ground plane was just a very subtle black color, and the blue lights just reflecting off of it. It was a very basic black. It's not completely black, because then you're not going to have your color of your light on it. But it was like, I think, a 5% on the black value. Right, and the color of the spotlight reflected on that, and I just set up the specular value of the ground plane. I think it was almost pure white. But that's basically it. Because I was trying, like, I'm not ashamed to say, I was trying to mimic what they were doing. J Models was doing on one of their videos. Because a client sent it to me as a reference. They wanted something similar. Yeah, it was actually one of these ones, what they did here. I was trying to mimic that, but they didn't want the zoom out effect. And kind of that's what I ended up doing. I figured out, okay, you need some volumetric lighting and everything. So yeah, if you can break down this scene as well, it's basically the exact same. This is obviously a little bit better quality, but they got a ground plane, then they have their spotlight, they have the environment, not the environment, the misty environment, like the volumetric environment, and they set their spotlight to be that color. The only thing I think they also did is they somehow got the spotlight not to affect the color of the gems, because you don't really see green fractions and all of the jewelry. But they're not using Keyshot, they're using Octane, and Octane also has a way we can set light IDs. So that's one thing that's nice that Keyshot does not have yet. But essentially that's how I broke down the scene. It's got a volumetric box around it, you set the density to your liking, got a black ground plane, a high specularity value, but just 5% black so you can still catch the light on it. And yeah, that's basically it. For the animation part, I don't know. You got a speed ramp that just eases out. Like it starts off quick and just eases out. I'm not gonna do this now. I've got another 2 rings to do these stylized sceneries for. But yeah, it's essentially, if I save here, let me go into that scene file for that thing. I'll show you jewel box. Just have to find which one it was now. Was it this one? So let me open up the scene here real quick and I'll show you what I did. Yeah, so here's the scene. So I basically have a backdrop ramp. It was set at 9% black. Right? That would be the ground plane. This might be easier to explain what's going on. So I got a background ramp that was set to 9% black on advanced. And I had a specular map that was on here. And I probably set it so it doesn't affect the entire scene. Just this part here, like a sphere spectacle map. And then yeah, you basically have your spotlight set to that and your color, and then you have your cube here is what I used on the scattering medium, and you just set the density up and everything. That was basically it. And as for animations go, the ring had a fairly simple animation. I mean, it was basically just a speed ramp like this. Super simple, but very effective. Yeah, I hope that answers your question. How far along is this thing? Good, why didn't it render out? Oh man. Why didn't it render out now? It like crashed. It just got stuck. Let's try this again. Wait. Add to queue. Blue. Why did it fail though? Is it literally because I blocked stuff? It's a pleasure, brother. Also, guys, I'm gonna ask again for those that's new, that wasn't here earlier in the stream. So I'm busy basically. I'm moving on the 14th of December into a new house, right? And I've got a big dedicated space for a studio. So I'm gonna actually be building a studio in there. It's gonna be the offices for my company. And yeah, I would love to know if you guys would want to see something like that on my YouTube. Facebook as well, probably, like a series of progression of how we're building the studio, when we're getting stuff, putting it up. Obviously it's going to be very empty in the beginning, but like a continuation on it, almost like a vlog, I want to say, where we're setting up the studio, getting the desks, chairs, decorations, all of that kind of stuff. That's something you guys would be interested in seeing, or you're just here for the tips and tricks on how to use Keyshot. Check here because I see I've got the other camera angle. Could look from even. Higher one doesn't look. This ring is just so huge that it's kind of hard to get a nice angle on it. But in any case, leave that to render out. So it's rendered out. I might actually want to go grab something to drink real quick. I'll be right back. Right. Back. You know, it's funny. I got a guy the other day reached out to me. The weirdest thing I've ever rendered was nail polish. Like the effect of nail polish, right? And like I don't even know. Let me show you guys kind of what it came to. Like what we got going here. So supposed to be a black environment. Oh wait, that up in here. Right. So this is kind of what I was busy with the other day. It's just why this thing keeps freaking picking down that ball. So trying to get like a sparkling effect. Nail polish, right? And the color shifts as you move, which is pretty cool. A cool experiment. This is the first time I tried creating texture like this, and I think it came out looking pretty cool. Like having that anastrophic, like the green coming in with the blue. think it came out looking pretty cool in the end. This might be a bit easy to see. Kind of have that color shifting look to it. Just be that this thing's that will help. This was pretty cool to make these kind of glitter effects. Like even if you turn on bloom, it goes pretty crazy. Oh, bloom is on. Like if you put like a 2 bloom value. There you can kind of see the bloom effect that you would get off of the glitter. And that is done in a very clever way, actually. A friend of mine helped me to achieve that, and it's not how I would have expected it to do. But yeah, that was pretty cool. My webcam is bugging out again. Let's put it at 16. Kind of see the color. White light from the bottom here. It's a bit intense. But you get the idea. This is one of those things, like kind of see how we achieve this. But yeah, this is one of those things that I don't know. It took me a while to create the material, but it came out looking pretty cool. Let me know what's the weirdest thing you guys have ever rendered. Please keep it friend or not friendly, but you know, A-rated. Not A-rated. When what's the term? Just keep it clean. Check. How far is this thing? Stuff is taking really long. But okay, it's rendering out in 4K. I just hope it's not a mess. Please don't let it be. I should have probably rendered out a lower version. Assembling image. Alright, we might actually have our first image to start working on. No! Failed? Are you fucking serious? Why does it keep failing? You know what? Let's just do the network render. Let's just render it locally. Concrete right, and let's just do it. I'm done with this thing keeps on failing. Yes, because that thing's also gonna. Stupid. At least the preview looks pretty good. Let me know who's here from Facebook. I don't always get a lot of views from Facebook. Curious to know who's actually on here. If you're watching from Facebook, just send a hi. Actually, don't know if my Facebook messaging pulls through to my streaming platform. Just check if this works. I don't know if that text. Hey, Avanish. There you are. Hiding back there, eh? How's it, brother? How you doing? Right. Use Instagram and YouTube. I know that's cool, man. Yeah, that's why I used to. I'm used to do the videos on Instagram as well. But the problem is, with Instagram, you crop the scene and you can't see a lot of what's happening. Like, you can only see the results. And even though I like to go live on Instagram every now and again, I would love to find a platform that I can stream with one thing, and then it automatically has the portrait stream that goes to Instagram, and then the landscape stream that'll go to Facebook and YouTube, right? But so far, I don't know how to do that yet, because it's basically going to be two different streams, or it has to be compatible. You can have two different setups, one for portrait and one for landscape, and stream them at the same time. But yeah, I don't know exactly how to do that yet. I'm glad you're doing well, brother. Did you at least learn something from the stream today? Is there something that sparked some inspiration, or something you've been struggling with that I did on here that helps? Oh yeah. Boom. How many of you were on Will Gibbons' Discord? So he's probably doing, well, he said he's doing a new but yeah, I learned a lot from that Discord. Did it actually save this image? Yes, it did. Finally. Okay, so the white rendered out well, almost perfectly. There's still a little bit of noise. I probably could do a little bit more samples. But let's see what we can do with this stuff. Boom, boom, boom. It's a pleasure, brother. I'm glad it can help you guys out a bit. Actually, I'm gonna go here. Just patch up these spots. It's gonna be a tough spot to fix. spot to fix. I know it's there. Let's just go like the lasso contour fill. I don't know if that's good. So there it is. Half pixels. Oh wait, man, got the wrong freaking layer selected. Fill. Okay. Kind of different. Soften that up. Man, does it have to be so difficult? At least these spots you see. It's so small. This one's gonna be a hard thing to fix. Try it like this. At least if we can just get it slightly lighter. There we go. Works. Spots that are causing these weird patterns. Better. There's some stuff that you just can't get out on Keyshot. Just refuses to cooperate. New intervention is needed. And it can get pretty tedious. Is it making it black? Black? The center gem now is a little better. Yeah, let's convert all of these to smart objects and start editing, I guess. First of all, let's do the metal. Brighten up this metal a bit. Texture and I want to make it more blow. Bring that a bit down. Saturation. Bring the exposure up slightly, and just a little bit of contrast. I think that'll look good. Yeah, there we go. Brought life back to the metal. filter. Exposure. Rest. Just don't want it to look key. Get production going and just that already looks much better. Have a look at the baguettes. Not much to do here. A little bit lighter exposure. Production. Oh, biggest work I think is gonna be on the diamonds because they do great. They do not look. Let's take away the purple.
I can spot any change in your physiology. Everything from your weight to your BMI.
My BMI's none of your business.
Bring up the clarity on them. Bump up the contrast. Just a little bit of exposure. Boom, okay, diamonds have been brought back to life.
You can tell stuff like that from how my blood tastes?
Anish, sorry I missed your message here, man. Sorry about that. I'm glad you're finding it, you're learning, bro. We all start like I was not at this level at any point when I started. I mean my stuff was terrible. It's just a matter of practicing and keeping on trying to improve. Because at the end of the day, that is the only thing you can really do, is to actually just try new stuff and keep on trying to improve stuff. I mean, my stuff in the beginning were not great. I just want to see where's the saturation of purples. Balance. Let's just take purples to blue and the blues. Just slightly color correct this thing because it's not supposed to be that dark blue. Actually, same goes for the baguettes. They're not supposed to be that dark blue. They're supposed to be a lighter blue. This. Just do some color corrections here. Go. And then we need to do a pass on the pears as well. I feel like they are so a bit too purple. There we go. That's starting to look good. Now we've got... Oh, crap, the background. That we can go and do this on. And then now we can actually bump up the clarity a bit. That's gonna give us a lot of our texturing back. How's it, brother? I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. What do you mean by I'm kind of bi? Like, what do you mean by that? I think the shadows darkened them slightly. Lowered the exposure slightly to it, because I mean we want to match this thing here. So the whites can actually, or not the whites, the highlights can actually come down. This might look a bit odd. Oh, there we go. I think we're getting there, eh? The only thing I think I might do with it is give it a slight color, like a very slight yellowish overtone. That is way too much. But where is that? Oh, you're busy? No, that's good, man. It's crazy busy this time of year, though. It's really like I find myself not being able to keep up with the amount of work and stuff. It's getting crazy busy this time of year, and a lot of people, they want to go into the new year with these big website launches and everything. So this is looking, I think what I actually just want to do is hide this. Bjorn. I just want to do this, separate these two. And then and then we can kind of give the overall ring a slight edit. Because I'm feeling like it looks a bit, it needs a bit more contrast. Go. Now that might be a bit too much clarity. Very slight. Yeah, man, it's crazy how busy this time of year is, and thinking this is looking good. I've got one thing that I want to actually try. Now that I have this thing here, let's just call this the image. I just want to see something. If I do the depth of field with this, how it's gonna look. About there. Yeah. Just to have a version that has depth of field as well. just flat one. With depth of field, without depth of field. I think the depth of field actually adds to it, to be honest. I might just make it slightly less strong. Just have that slight bit of depth of field going. Liking the looks of that. What do you guys think? I'm really liking the looks of that. Definitely we take, oh shit, but okay. Definitely similar. Alright, cool, brother. Thanks for popping in. Does the slight yellow look better or not? Can't decide. I think the slight yellow looks a bit more natural. But I don't know. Maybe it's too yellow. Maybe let's put this at like 4. Place the background here. Yeah. I think the yellow looks a bit more natural. I just toned it down just ever so slightly. Thing, but definitely not least. Okay, so let's get. Where did I copy that effect in? Get rid of that one. Oh wait, before we get rid of that one, let's copy the depth of field in here. One thing that I would like to also add on to here. Oh yeah, just a tiny little bit of grain. Very tiny little bit of grain. And that would give it that effect of a photo. Not just the metal came out looking good. Take the faint scratches and then here we go. Yeah. I think that looks good. Save this. Then do as well. Let's try that blue color overlay. See how that looks. Unfortunately, I won't be sharing this scene, brother. You're more than welcome to watch the stream and recreate it, but I won't be sharing this scene specifically, because this scene is part of a project that I'm busy with that I'm in collaboration for, that someone actually paid for. If it was something I was just creating and it wasn't for a specific client, I would have no problem in sharing it. But because it's something that a client paid for, I can't share this scene. So let's have a look here. Let's keep that as is. And then, I don't know if this is gonna work what I want to do now, but let's just see if this will work. Color variant. I'm not a fan of this blue though. Like it's not dark enough. I'm just going through the effects because I really. Yeah, that's super interesting. Not realistic at all, but it's a pretty cool stylized thing. Okay, no. What I wanted to do is not gonna work. But that's fine. We'll just render out a nice blue one as well. Just edit that one. So let's save this one. I just want to delete all this unnecessary stuff. And then, yeah, I think this looks pretty damn cool. Just go here. Boom, save. I want to quickly check something, right? If I go and do this solid color. Let's just try and color the metal here real quick. Oh, jeez. Why does it do that? Is it because of the camera filter? Why is it changing the color? Wait a second, what? What? What is happening? Oh wait, I put it on saturation, not color. I misclicked. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Just like, what the hell is happening here? So let's take this down to like 30. This to like 35, 38. Slightly warmer. But the yellow gold looks a bit fake because you would see the yellow gold caustics also going around. no, that looks a bit I don't know, like it shouldn't be yellow gold. But I mean, could always make this like 25 for rose gold. The rose gold's gonna be the same thing, yeah, because the 20. Let's just go here. Let's put this at like 30. Yeah, no, it does not sit right with the because you can see through the stone and such. It's not yellow gold. Okay, rose gold. But I think overall it looks pretty good. Like the few dots and stuff that's around. Actually, I don't mind it. Even with the depth of field, it's removing a lot of them. But I don't actually mind this. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be the session for today. I'm gonna whip out the 2 other rings. Hope this was insightful. You guys enjoyed it, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next one. I want to get to a point where I can go live every week. I know I say that each time, but it just, I get so busy, and yeah, with the move and everything that's happening on the 14th of December, I'm finding it a bit hard to find time to actually go live. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for tuning in, and go forth, conquer, confidence. Cheers.